welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about food and things that revolve around my life and food and like the hauntings of getting fat. So today's video is kind of inspired about what is going on in my life basically. So me and my man Candy Santino have decided to go plant-based, aka vegan. Plant-based is basically the same thing, like we eat the same thing as vegans, but you're not really a vegan because we're not really doing it for animals. We're doing it for our own health and stuff like that because of how we feel when we eat meat and how we feel when we eat like dairy and all that other stuff. And it's a great way for us to stay fit and stay clean and detoxed. So yes, we eat the same thing as vegans and we basically are vegans because we kind of do care about the animals, but that's not what like is making us do this. I feel like that's what a vegan would be under, is like you're doing it because of animals and because you want to help out the animals. Like that's not why we're doing it. The only reason I don't really call myself a vegan is kind of because of makeup, because a lot of products that I have, I bet you these companies do test on animals. And the thing about being vegan, I feel like there's way too many rules on being vegan and not being vegan enough. I was vegan for like 3 to 4 months before, and I really was into the whole like veganism because of animals and this and that, and eating animals were wrong. And it even got to the point that I was like arguing with people about becoming vegan, and like I like wanted to like drop friends because they were like eating animals. And like during that time I kind of learned that I feel like veganism was something that was just too strongly, like, I don't want to say attacked, but like I felt like a lot of things were being attacked. Like I would constantly attack my family. I would like watch videos and hear people talk about veganism and like the passion for like not eating animals and how it's so wrong and blah 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 blah, that like every little thing that revolved around eating an animal or anything that has to do with an animal made me very angry. So I don't like that about the whole vegan thing. If you're a vegan, that's great. I just don't want to be like under the pressure of being like, oh my god, I can't use this deodorant because they test on animals. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to like limit my life to that point. And that's just something that I really don't want to go through right now. So that's why I'm calling myself plant-based. So yes, I will still be using things that people use to test on animals. It's fine. I care, but I don't care that much to just get rid of makeup. Like I love makeup way too much. And for those people that are hardcore vegans and literally they're like, I do not use this, I do not use that, and blah 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 blah, I commend you, girl. But we will be eating like vegans, so we will only be eating things that are plant-based, so fruits, vegetables, no meats at all, so like no cows, no chickens, no fish, no cheese, no milk, no eggs, no butter, because I think that comes from a cow. Like everything's just gonna be 100% vegan and plant-based. But for products and things like that, we just buy whatever, because like I can't just try to do just that, you know what I mean? So I had to really sit down and think to myself, when was the happiest that I've ever been? When did I feel good about my body? When did I feel good like about my health? When was everything the best? And I literally thought it was when I was a vegan. And Tino has never even been a vegan. He's never been plant-based. So now he's like getting introduced to this lifestyle because I'm like showing it to him as much as I can. And obviously I'm not like a vegan plant-based like god. I don't know everything. So I do a lot of research. Shout out to Freely the Banana Girl here on YouTube. I learned so much from her. Love her. But yes guys, I'm now gonna be plant-based and wicked healthy, and I want to like get my body back in shape, and I want my skin to get better, and I just want to feel good and like healthy. I don't want to feel disgusting anymore. I'm so over it. Alright, so this is now the story time portion of the video. So I'm going to be talking about my times in high school and like the problems I had with food. So ever since I was younger and in high school and stuff like that, I've always been like a very known person because I'm so loud and I'm obnoxious and I'm extra. So a bunch of people knew who I was, and I feel like I never wanted to be that person that was like popular, that everybody knows, and then you look at them in the future and they look like they went downhill. Do you know what I mean? Like high school for me was okay. It wasn't bad. I wasn't like a horrible student. Except I spent way more of my time like being worried about how I looked and how my appearance was and what people thought about me like physically, other than like my books and stuff. Like I didn't pay attention much in school. I paid attention more to how I looked. So then came a time that I was really obsessed with the Victoria's Secret fashion show. I know you guys are probably like, bruh, like really? Really? Are you serious? But yes, I was very obsessed with the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Like Candace Swanepoel is like one of my like body icons of all time. She has like the best freaking body. And yes, she's a female, so she has a whole different body than me because I am a guy. But I've always liked that slim look, a guy or not. I've always wanted to be slim. I never wanted to like get buff. I never wanted to get like thick and juicy like a meathead. Like that's never been my thing at all. And the girls in the Victoria's Secret fashion show are just very thin, very gorgeous, very beautiful, beautiful hair, beautiful smile, beautiful everything. And it really started to affect me. Like I watched the Victoria's Secret fashion show and I was like, oh my god, like these girls are so pretty, blah blah blah. Like I want to get so gorgeous too. Like I want to be gorgeous. Like I want to be like, you look at these people and it's like, damn, like his person's so attractive. Like that's how I looked at the Victoria's Secret fashion show models. So it became a part of my like life that every time around the Victoria's Secret fashion show, so like Victoria's Secret fashion show is usually in December, and when it was like October-ish or like a little before, I would start being like, okay, Victoria's Secret fashion show is gonna come up in December, I need to get my body in shape because I want to watch this Victoria's Secret fashion show and be thin like the models and be attractive like the models, and I want to look good. What really affected me when I was in high school wasn't just the Victoria's Secret fashion show. It's just like when you think about it, you go through social media, you watch TV, you look through magazines, what do you see? Do you see any plus size people? Do you see real fat people? No, you don't. What do you see? You see a bunch of attractive people, perfect teeth, perfect hair, perfect weight, perfect diets, everything about them's like perfect. So that is what kind of like made me so obsessed with how I look, because I wanted to look like someone on social media. I wanted to look like someone on a magazine. I never wanted to look like a normal Joe, you know what I mean? I did this for years. Like years would come and this was literally a part of my life. I'm like, oh, it's October, like my diet has changed, like I'm ready for this, like this is a Victoria's Secret fashion show, I need to look perfect for when I watch the show. It was like an actual thing in my life. I would go to school and I would eat like nothing. If I was to eat, it would be like a few almonds, or I would be eating like a salad with no dressing. Like everything was like very minimal, very like less is best for me. And I always told myself, if it grows in the oven, it grows on your stomach, so don't eat it. So I wouldn't eat cake, I wouldn't eat pizza, anything you put in the oven, I wouldn't eat. Anything that was fried, I wouldn't eat. Soda, I wouldn't eat. Drinks other than water, I would not drink. It was at that point. And then I got to the point that I didn't even really eat at school either. Like if I was to eat, it would be like a little snack and it would be really healthy and nobody would be calling it a snack at all, except I would eat just that, and I would try to like eat it secretly because I didn't really like people knowing that I even ate, you know what I mean? Like eating to me was kind of like a nasty thing. Like I wanted people to look at me and be like, yeah, Pedro doesn't eat. Like that's what I wanted. That's what I felt good about that. But I would go home throughout the day, I wouldn't eat at all because it kind of got to my family too. Like my mom and stuff would always be like, oh my god, like you need to eat, you need to eat, you need to eat. And I literally would not eat. Like I'd be like, no, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And then when everybody was like in their room or everybody was sleeping, I'd go get a water and I'd go eat everything, like as much as I could of good food, and then I'd feel so disgusting after because I just binged a bunch of food, so I would throw up, and nobody knew about this besides me. I would usually get up to go to school at like 6 o'clock in the morning to get ready and stuff like that, except now I started waking up at 5 a.m. and I would do a whole hour of yoga and Pilates and like really like intense stuff that like help with your muscles and stuff like that, and then I would take a shower, get dressed, go to school, not really eat at school, come home, not eat at all. I wouldn't even binge anymore because I'm like, okay, binging is wrong, so now just eat salads and stuff. And at night I would go hardcore working out, like Victoria's Secret workouts. I would watch the Victoria's Secret workouts, I would see what Candace Swanepoel was working out with, what she was doing, I would buy the weights, I would do everything she was doing. Then after that I would take a shower, go to bed, next day same thing, yoga and Pilates, go to school, home, work out, sleep. Same thing, kept going and going and going and going. So I did it for a long time and I lost a lot of weight. Like people would be like, oh my god, Pedro, like you look like you lost like 15 pounds and it's been like a week. Like how did you do it? Like I would lose weight like this and I was feeling so good. Everybody was complimenting my weight. Everybody was complimenting like how I looked. I looked so good, and at that time I only wore black. So I only had like black pants, black shirts, black scarves, black, and then I dyed my hair bleach blonde. So I was like bleach blonde, mad skinny with all black, bougie, like didn't talk to anyone, was a bitch. Yes, that was me. That's who I wanted to be. The problem with this is not that I was working out, because working out is good for you. The problem is I wasn't eating, people. Like I was barely eating, I was barely getting by, so I was working out twice a day hardcore and being hungry. So I felt weak, I felt sick, I felt disgusting. So then every time I would actually go and like binge and be like, ugh, I'm done with this diet, I'm just gonna eat, I would get so upset with myself, I would like cry and I would throw up. I got to a point that I was so obsessed with how I looked and I was so exhausted of working twice a day and not eating that I was like, should I start smoking cigarettes? cigarettes? Should I start freaking doing coke? Literally, I would sit there and I'd be like, should I start doing cocaine? Like, don't people that do drugs, like heavy drugs, lose weight? Should I like lose drugs and then like stop doing it just so I stay at the perfect weight? And then I'd stop and tell myself and be like, no, you're not gonna do drugs. What the hell is wrong with you? But that's the mindset I had. I was obsessed with losing weight. So since I lost a decent amount of weight and I was going to school, somebody reported me to the school and I had to go to the nurse like twice a week and she would have to weigh me and check on me to make sure I was eating. There was a time she literally sat there, gave me some of her own cereal, her personal cereal from her house, like that she took for herself, was like, here, I'm gonna get you some milk and you can have some of this. And then I was literally like, no, I don't eat that. Like, I do not eat that. And she was trying to force me to eat it because she was like, I know you're hungry, you look sick, you need to eat. And I literally was like, honey, no. So after that, months passed and it was about February and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what, like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's really getting to me. That's all I think about. I can't, like, I need to stop thinking about food and I need to stop thinking about losing weight. Like, it's getting too much. So I was like, what can I do that I can eat and I could be healthy? I'm gonna become a vegan. So I became a vegan, full-on vegan, obsessed with staying skinny, obsessed with animals, obsessed with being like that perfect Instagram-ass life. And I did it for like 3 or 4 months. And that was when I actually got better with my eating because I noticed that I was eating a lot more. I was eating a lot more fruits. I was eating a lot more vegetables. I was like working out a lot still, except I still looked good because I was eating good. You know what I mean? I wasn't just working out on an empty stomach. Deeper into it, I started hanging out with Santino, who is now my lovely man that I live with, and I love him so much. He's perfect, okay? I would hang out with him, and he wasn't a vegan. His friends weren't vegans, and they would be like, oh, let's go get something to eat, and I would literally eat a salad with nothing on it. And it just became so like tiring to keep up with the whole vegan lifestyle thing that I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm just gonna eat whatever the hell I want. I'm doing whatever the heck I want. I don't care anymore. So that is it for today's video, guys. That's pretty much it. I was thinking about drugs. I was taking laxatives. I was throwing up. I was binge eating. I was doing the most to try to look gorgeous and look skinny, and it's just not worth it at all. I really wanted to put this video out because I know that I have a lot of younger subscribers. I have some 14-year-olds, 13-year-olds, like whatever age, and that's when kids start getting inspired to like, oh my god, I'm going into high school, I want to look skinnier, I want to look like Kim Kardashian, or I want to look like Candace Swanepoel, or I want to be a Victoria's Secret model, or I want to do this, and they do things the wrong way. So I thought that telling my story would be a good way of telling kids not to do what I did. It wasted my time. Looking back at it now, I'm at square one again. Nothing has changed besides me being unhappy. I was unhappy at the time. I was always hungry. It was the worst time ever, and it was just not worth it. So if you're ever thinking about losing weight, do it the correct way. If you want to go vegan, if you want to go plant-based, do it the correct way. Do your research, speak with your parents, speak with a nutritionist, whatever you want to do, but do it the correct way. But yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget, if you do have a story or something like that, go in the comments down below and leave your story. You don't know who is reading. It could be a younger kid thinking about losing weight and thinking about it that wrong way, like I did, like, oh, I'll just throw up, or oh, I'll just take laxatives, or oh, I'll do cocaine. Like, you know what I mean? Go leave your comment down below. You don't know who's reading it. You don't know who you can help out. That's why I'm posting this video, and you can also help someone by leaving your story in the comments down below, okay? But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and until I see you guys next time, bye, babes.